What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today I've got a really cool knife for you guys to check out. And on this side, it doesn't look so cool. Although it looks cool, but this side, check this out. Bam! Look at that, man. Look at that putter. That blue on black. That's so damn sexy. That looks so good. It's giving me so many ideas. I'm going to have one of my Vist variant PEs customized. And man, this looks so good. Imagine that with purple though instead of the blue. Just saying. I was thinking Stormtrooper, but then I got this knife in from Cueball. Chris sent this in for me to check out, and man, that just looks so good. I'm assuming they DLC coat the entire scale and then they mill it out and anodize it. And the DLC doesn't take the ano, would be my guess is how they do this. But God, that looks so good. It's such a good looking knife. I really wish they would have done it on this side too. I don't know why they didn't. I should have put that same milling and color on this side. And for some reason, they've got bronze hardware on everything. And bronze in the holes there, speed holes in the pocket clip. It looks good. The bronze kind of looks good with it. Although I think it would have looked better with the same blue on the hardware. I still think it looks really good the way it is too. So this knife is really lightweight, really thin blade stock with a hollow grind. This thing is going to be so slicey. Such a good EDC knife. It is flipper only, so for many of us, you know, we want multiple deployment options to fidget with. But if you're just looking for a good knife to use day to day, get through the day with, as long as you're don't need something you're going to be hard using, you just need a box opener and slicer, this thing is going to be fantastic. Super lightweight. Amazing how lightweight this knife is. Yeah, let me give some specs on it real quick. Overall length 7.5 inches. I know it's on the clip, but I gotta turn it over this way. Just look at that. Overall length 7.5 inches. Blade length's 3.25 inches. Cutting edge is only 2.75 inches because of this nice forward finger choil, which I really like. Blade stock is only 110 thousandths, so super thin. S35 VM blade steel with a spear point with a hollow grind on it. Handle length's 4.25 inches, and the weight is only 2.3 ounces, which is fantastic. This puts you down in that bug out category, you know what I mean? Super lightweight, and lightweight being a titanium frame lock, you know, that's impressive. And man, this looks in. There's lots of variations of this knife. You can get these in dark matter, carbon fiber, and lots of other options, which will probably even reduce the weight even further. Actually, I'm gonna look real quick. How much does the carbon fiber version weigh with the dark matter? No, it says 2.3 ounces also, so I guess it does not reduce the weight. But there's all different types of milling patterns. You can get this same putter milling. It's all bronzed. Yeah, and then there's other, like a line milled out down, straight down the scale like this. It's blue with black on it, and yeah, lots of different variations of this knife out there. I'll give you some size comparisons. One knife in particular, this knife screams to me, is the Fair and Forged Stinger. It's basically, I swear, man, it's a Fair and Forged Stinger almost, minus the, fuller. It's a little bit longer, but you can definitely see I see a lot of similarities between these two knives. The Kitefin does have a little length on it, and but blade stock, super thin and slicey. It's hard to see with this swedge they put on the blade here. It's not quite as thin as it looks from the top there, but it's very similar knives. All right, so there it is with the Fair and Forged Stinger. Here's the Benchmade Bug Out, which also is competitive. These three knives are kind of in the same category in my opinion as far as really lightweight EDC knives you can carry. And these are knives you put in your pocket and you basically forget they're even there because they're so lightweight. They're thin. They're just very comfortable to keep have in your pocket. So I'll give you some other size comparisons real quick. Some other other lightweight options that are small like this. The Spyderco Chaparral. So this is still the king of thin and slicey right here, in my opinion, the Chaparral. And how about the Monterey Bay Knives Slayback? So it's a little thicker and a little shorter, but again, super lightweight, very lightweight knives. What else we get here that's thin? And how about the Wiha Banter? So got some length on the Banter. I think it actually weighs, I don't know the weight. It doesn't weigh much more than the Banter. The Banter's like maybe a couple tenths of an ounce lighter weight, but look how much more knife you get with the Kitefin. And it's almost a full scale thickness thinner than the Wiha Banter is. So what else we got over here? How about the Monterey Bay Knives EWC? Another thin and lightweight knife. Yeah, it's in that category of premium, lightweight, thin. You know, just a great EDC knife. And here's the Bitster variant. Although it's going to have a little weight on the Kitefin for sure. It's a little thicker, but yeah, all would be great options to carry. I'll pull out another knife, not the size comparison, but another Wiha knife, the Mini Buster. They do such a good job with their, you know, just their design, the colors they choose to, you know, they make everything pop. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really wish they'd have continued that putter milling on the lock side. I think it would have made this knife, taken this knife to the next level, in my opinion. I already really like this knife, but man, if they had that putter on this side and maybe you know, blue clip and blue hardware, this would be yeah, right at my alley for sure. The ergos on this knife are really good. They're great back here, and you do have a little jimping there to rest your thumb. One thing I will say is when you choke up to this forward finger choil, put your thumb out here on this swedge, and the swedge is pretty thin, so you know, long-term use, or you know, if you were to have to sit here and push cut for a while like this, I could see this becoming uncomfortable on your thumb. But initially it's not uncomfortable, but if you had to do it for long periods, this could become uncomfortable because how thin that is. But it's not bad or anything, just resting your thumb there. Other than that, I mean, I don't have too much to say ergos about this knife other than they're really good. They're good in your normal grip here, and they're really good up here on the forward finger choil, which I love a knife to have a forward finger choil, so it's my favorite type of knife, honestly. As far as ergonomics go, generally, for me, they feel the best in hand, and I feel like I have the most control over the blade in that grip. So, yeah, very good job here by Wiha. I would love to see this knife with some thumb studs on it, I gotta say. With the way the swedge is done, you couldn't put quick studs on this. Plus, this thing is so thin, throwing a giant set of quick studs on it would make it look kind of, you know, it wouldn't look right anyway. But I'd love to see this done. Get rid of that swedge and just drill out, have Wiha do it, and put some actual thumb studs on this knife, because, man, it would be, if you had the flipper and you could thumb flick and reverse flick it, it would take it to the next level, in my opinion. Price on this knife is it's not cheap, but it's actually affordable for what you're getting here, in my opinion. The level finish work you're getting, detail work you're getting with S35VN, $160 for this knife. You know, it's not cheap by any means, but in my opinion, it's definitely you know, it's not. I don't feel like this knife is overpriced in any way. And you can get some other versions of this knife for around $150, just smooth titanium, and the carbon fiber were $200 with the dark matter, but some of those are sold out. But you can still, or the dark matter are sold out on Blade HQ, but they have shred carbon fiber still in stock for $160. And then they actually have the dark matter. No, that's shred too. Yeah, the dark matter is sold out everywhere. Because that dark matter, man, it's the dark matter with the gold looking in it. It looks so good on this knife. Yeah, very cool knife. Really like this one. This would be, like I said, just the ultimate, you know, everyday carry knife. If you're looking for thin, lightweight, or even a gentleman's carry, this would make a great gentleman's carry knife also, for sure. No doubt about it. The action's fantastic. The detent is tuned to perfection. It's hard to get to grab it. Detent's so good. It's stiff, but with a flipper you want it to be stiff. With that swedge, it makes it a little tricky to grab it for me, but yeah, listen to that sound when that detent clicks in. I'm going to take you over by the mic. And then I'm going to do the opening and let you hear the acoustics. The acoustics on the open are really good, but listen to the acoustics on the close when that blade closes. Ting! Nice ting on the close. The ting isn't as pronounced on the deployment, but on the close, man, it's just got a great, great sound to it. Yeah, really like this knife. Thank you so much, Cueball, for sending this in, man. I really appreciate it. Big fan of this one for sure. Again, if you want a more budget-friendly version of this knife, what I would call a version of this knife, you can always go with the Fair and Forged Stinger. You know, Nitro V, it's a liner lock instead of a frame lock, but you can pick these up for like $75, somewhere in that range, $80, and great action also. So, as far as ergos go, these two knives are extremely similar in the ergonomics department. So, honestly, I'd probably give the ergos a little bit to the Stinger because of the not having the swedge on top there and having some jimping a little further out. I think it has slightly better ergonomics than the Kitefin, but they're both fantastic. I mean, you couldn't go wrong with either one. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one.